Hello and welcome back
None
to
shall
Warhammer
stand in my way.
40k Road Trader. Last time we went and solved the whole crime against putting blood in our bathwater, and it turned out it was part of the blood spun webs. The cult, they tried to like protect us by bathing us in blood from corruption on the lower decks and stuff like that. For some weird reason, they didn't tell us. So we cleared that all up. We solved the puzzle that gave us a place to go, special coordinates, and I guess we have to use Zachary Weiss, the choir master, to do a cult thing, like ritual, to see
Lord
into
Captain.
the minds of others.
Lord.
And this will allow us to see where in the ship this supposed corruption is. But it could have really devastating effects, so that's the only way to advance the mission, so we hired a special guy to come in. I want to chart a route to here. There you go. Anyway, visit. Now we're gonna visit Addermat 2. We're going here first. We got a shattered world. Adamantine. Recologer's plot. A ship that once traveled the galaxy is now suspended in the silent void, like the gnawed carcass of a giant monster. When the rogue trader's void ship approaches, the Voxmaster reports an incoming message. A colony of the Imperium subjects have made their home in the bowels of the ship. They welcome the Lord Captain. I'll visit. This should be good enough. Only reason I'm not taking Jay along as much anymore as I used to is, yeah, she does good commerce and persuasion and all that, but that's literally everything I do, so that's just like wasting another person to make
New
it so I
challenge
have
for
even
me.
better stats in those. Which is okay, but still. Welcome, your lordiness. Please come right in. And you nitwicks, quit your gawking and get to work.
An initial survey of the vessel indicates that my exploratory brethren have already performed a requiem right here. Further examination is inadvisable.
The plate reads, Lythano's pride. The name Lythano surfaces in your mind, the history of a family from the Coronis expanse who invested all they had in a family ship. The ship perished in the warp on its maiden voyage. The Lythano line never recovered from this crushing blow. Interesting.
We should deal with this. I won't tolerate weakness.
The appearance of the word-bearers on Kiava Gamma is a troubling sign. Even more troubling is how easily the Fabricator sensor succumbed to the heretics' blandishments.
Preachers of blasphemy and corruption seek out weak hearts and minds in which to sow the seeds of heresy. Let us pray that there is no such fertile ground remaining in the Von Valancius holdings.
Don't mind me, I'm just taking everything you guys have. So, did you guys not die, the Lythano line? Are you guys the people who, survived the ship and kept just procreating in here because you didn't have anything else, anywhere to go? Your lordship, please excuse me, I don't really know your name. Welcome to our little colony. May the light of the Emperor be with you, and with us. My name's Retta Maximova. I'm in charge here. What's this place? We just call ourselves Reta's crew, and this place is Reta's camp. That's it. We're recollegers, scavengers in common terms. Okay. And our work is all legal, even though your brethren have no liking for us. Pascal looks disgusted. What do you do here? Right now we're gutting the old heap of junk slowly but surely. There's a recolleger's life for you. They drop us off at some decrepit station or an ancient battlefield, and we just sit there for years on end. We look for working tech or valuable materials or whatever else might be useful. If we find anything, we sell it to passing ships. Not the easiest job out there. These wrecks are chock full of all kinds of dangers, and I swear it on my plasma torch, it's an exciting one for sure. This little bird's got all kinds of bells and whistles. Most of the tech is dead, and we do find working pieces now and again. We spent 2 whole months clearing out this shaft we found, finished just 3 days ago actually, and we found this thing a bit weird looking but still functional. Perhaps your lordship would like to buy this component from us? I'll bet that big ship you've got could get plenty of use out of it. Present the object, laywoman. I'll buy it, sure. Well, isn't this something? The Emperor himself must have smiled upon us. I mean, thank you, your lordship. You'll be pleased with the results. A Magnus class rechargeable battery. Okay. So I got 30% in the fuel cargo. Eh. You know, your lordship, it's kind of embarrassing to offer you this, but over in that corner there, we keep things we don't rightly understand, or can't really use. You could send some of your people to check it out if you'd like. Clearly, you know more about this stuff than us. You might find something useful. You've got your own ship? No, not even close. A luxury like that? You could count the recollectors who got their own ship on one hand. An old worker's hand that got sucked into machinery 3 times and slashed by a plasma cutter twice. We fly with whoever, mostly just taking our chances. Sometimes we hitch a ride on the promise that we'll pay with what we find later. Other times we find some other means. Risky business, obviously. 5 or so years back, a crew got dropped off at an abandoned station, but something wasn't right with the life support systems. The ship came back to pick them up 2 years later and found nothing but bodies. And about 15 years ago, back before I had my first little one, a ship took 3 crews to locations and ran into pirates on the way back. The ships go out on expeditions for years at a time, so it was ages before anyone realized they were missing. And it was even longer before they remembered the scavengers. Plus, it took some time to find a ship that could check on them and pick them up. Long story short, all 3 crews had bought it. Yep. Can you tell me anything about this wreck? Not much. We're no eggheads, you know. We're manual labor. It's an ancient thing, pretty dangerous, and we don't really know much beyond that. Before we came here, some tech priests had done their own bit of gutting. I mean, ritualing, bowing to the spirits, all that. That lot don't tend to leave a whole lot of valuables behind, it's true, but it's way too scary to go in before them. And hey, we dragged a dozen of their broken servitors out of the mines after. The carcasses smell awful, but you can pluck a decent number of parts out of a servitor and sell them. Doesn't seem like there's any nasty living inside the wreck now, but the wreck itself is barely holding together. You go a couple of modules from here, and that's it. You won't take another step without fearing that a broken reactor might cook you alive, or a whole module might depressurize. Well, it's nothing we haven't handled before, so we're having a poke at it. But we don't have a clue what this ship is or who it belonged to. You take pride in your trade, I see. Sure do. It takes skill and luck and a good head on your shoulders. We risk our lives every day crawling on top of these old buckets. As something goes wrong, we die, by the scores sometimes. One moment we're there, the next we're gone. Kind of like worker ants. But you know what, your lordship? Our job also has something, how should I put it, poetic about it. Hope you don't judge me too harshly and don't take it as insolence, but some people, even big people like you, think too highly of themselves. Let's say your ship hops into the warp someday and doesn't hop out in time. And around 1,000 years later, another gal like myself who needs to feed her 3 ankle biters somehow will be rifling through its remains, looking for anything good. That's just the nature of things. Each of us comes and goes, but the way the world works stays the same. We all have our lot in life, and mine is just as good as any other. You speak as if the world is set in stone and none can change anything for the better. Those are some big things you're talking about, way out of my depth. Change for the better? Heck, that'd be nice. If I was younger and didn't have 3 youngsters back home, maybe I would dream about stuff like that too. But as it is, I've got no time for dreaming. I've got to work. I can take you from this place. It's not safe here, and sooner or later it will drift somewhere so remote that nobody will ever find you again. But this is our whole livelihood. You take us from here, and what are we gonna do? Sit in some hold slaving away? Here we've got our own colony, our own operation. No, this is our path, and we won't stray from it. Please don't take it as insolence, but it's not like I have much choice. It's not often that we get well-stocked ships around here, and we could certainly use more provisions and some warm clothes. If it's something you would be willing to provide, we would gladly barter for it with whatever we can dig up inside this here ship. It's just a respectful offer of fair trade. Okay.
It's about time.
A working area where fragments of the ship are dismantled in search of scraps of valuable metal or parts. A small selection of valuable finds carefully sorted and packed.
I rise to the occasion.
A damaged safe. The contents of similar safes are... The contents of similar safes are destroyed when hacking is attempted. You should not try to open it just like that, but something from the environment could help. Okay. Something is propped against the door from inside. You can hear the piercing sounds of a saw and other tools coming from behind it. Pile of rubbish.
The premonition runs true.
Among the wreckage was an instruction manual for the duty officer on how to access the safes. You can obtain the codes to the safes by logging into the ship's cogitators.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Okay. A dump site of cut pieces of metal and other materials, probably from cleaning out a path deeper into the ship. There's a cogitator then. The simple machinery and tools looks a little worn but well maintained. There you go.
The machine god grants me insight.
It appears inoperative. Warcraft. The apparatus gurgles and emits a strong smell of alcohol, probably not the industrial variety. Well, if the cogitator doesn't work, how am I supposed to get in? In this work of crude craftsmanship, you can just make out one of the depictions of the Emperor commonly seen in the Coronis Expanse.
Follow my lead.
I need a key. A key, you say?
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
I need to power it.
Operation successful. The machine god grants me insight.
Got the code. Okay. Is there anything on this side? That popped up now? No. Oh, we got into the safe. That's good. A fractal blade. Bonus to parry. As well as plus 10 to parry, so plus 35% to parry and minus 10 to enemy weapon skill when hit. Pretty good. Another chameleon cloak. Don't I have one? Someone has it on, I bet. Pretty sure I have that. So I think I'll just put it away.
A new challenge for me?
I think that's it. I mean, I got everything on here, right? And I can't get through here. So it might be done. Just checking these quickly. Well, that was something. There are sects in the Imperial cult whose adherents believe transgressors will be punished after death on burning planets. This world could serve as such purgatory. Bizarre ruins. The bizarre structure observed from orbit appears to be the ruined estate of a wealthy noble. Further searching reveals the remains of an envirodome, a launching pad, the main manor, and servant quarters. It is impossible to determine what exactly happened there. The search team has found something truly disturbing in the main hall, an opulently clothed skeleton sitting at the dinner table. The table is set with gold plates covered with old blood and piles of bones. The bones on the plates are clearly human. No other remains could have been found on the estate. Search for something. The scout team returns with some expensive weapons taken from the skeleton. After finishing their report, they hurry away whispering prayers. An assault lasgun. Every hit reduces deflection by -1, stacks up to 3 times. Argenta, do you want that? I'll get that void ship blast. So maybe demons happen there? I don't know. I was gonna get the Promethium here. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. So that's 7 Promethium for an extraction. That's pretty good. A Vox notification. The Vox notification from the Augur crew drowns out the usual noise on the bridge. An Imperial vessel, the Dark Piercer, and its escort ships are headed your way. Your archives make no mention of either the ship or its owner. As you consider your course of action, the ship's captain contacts you first, introducing himself as the Pilgrim. The captain greets the rogue trader courteously and offers to purchase any information you might have on crystal phlogiston deposits. Ask why he calls himself the Pilgrim. The captain admits he has not always done the right thing in his life. but he once beheld the blessing of the Emperor himself and has followed a special path of service to him ever since. That is the path he now treads as a pilgrim. Ask what I get in return. The pilgrim has been exploring the Coronic expanse for years and knows many of its secrets. He promises to let you in on intriguing rumors that may be of interest to someone with your skills and capabilities. Tell him that is not enough. It looks like the captain of the Dark Piercer is unsurprised by your reaction. He is willing to pay in gold and securities for any information. I'll be back. Sincerely, thanks you for meeting, and thanks for his offer. Gives you coordinates for several systems where you might encounter it later, and melts into the distorted outline of a warp portal. Okay, never mind. I was gonna be like, I'll come back once I get more, but he's gone. Maybe I should have attacked him. I don't know. I didn't mean to go to the ship through the bridge. Uno momento. So interesting. And I don't know, do those extractiums only do it once, or is it like the other planets where it gives you the resource over time? That's the only thing I wonder. 'Cause I don't know, I haven't noticed if it has or not. Okay, so back to Expanse. So now we go here, I guess. A charter route over here. Never mind. Anywho, visit, but before we do anything in the system, unless it draws us in. Okay, we're good. What the heck? Is that a Necron thing? Anywho, Kiabagama got done. Lord Captain, the Tech Priests have made a sinister discovery on Kiavagama, a blasphemous machine built at the behest of the wicked Cubist Delphim. This mechanism is capable of picking up the whispers of the warp. It also occasionally transmits a discordant binaric melody to nowhere in particular, but no encrypted data or other threats have been detected. It seems to be a functional side effect of sorts. Of course, the idea of using a machine instead of astropaths to connect to the voices of the warp may be tempting, but this machine is teeming with corruption. Its fuel tanks are satiated with the liquefied souls of your subjects. It has enough for now, but someday it will have to be refilled. How could he construct such a powerful and monstrous machine? By defying the dictums of the Omnissiah and venturing into the perilous field of experimenting with warp technology. It is dangerous knowledge, but the ancient and incredibly complex Vox core of the mechanism is much older than Delphim was. He probably found it here and made use of it to his own ends. What are the risks of this machine? Typical of contact with the Immaterium, it intercepts information from the warp, which puts the minds and souls of the staff serving the machine in jeopardy. The warp is treacherous. What does my retinue think about this? On behalf of the Inquisition, I hereby declare a ban on any contact with this device. It must be removed and given to our acolytes. Normally that would be all, but I will explain further, out of respect for you. The Inquisition can reap benefits from this heretical machine. Our trained acolytes are able to carry a vigil near it, carefully listening to the dark whispers of the machine, or of the spirits of the Immaterium, without succumbing to their corruption. We could discover their plans and warn the rogue trader whenever a threat would loom over his domain. The demons wanted us to hear their vile speeches. Let them hear our righteous cry. Let me summon the most zealous preachers who would dedicate their lives and zeal to reading a litany of fury and rage to this machine. Let the inhabitants of the warp hear our voice and fear us. The blasphemous creation must be anathemized and deconstructed in the name of total knowledge acquisition. The principles of its operation must be inspected beforehand in great secrecy, requesting the right to investigate the heretical device before disposing of it. Okay. All of these give us... Oh, well, two of us give that. So if I do that, we get security and otherworldly observer. All allies gain +7 awareness. That could be good. If we go Argenta's route, we get all allies get +7 persuasion. And then if we take that, we get the transceiver, which whenever the wearer is targeted by an ally's ability, the wearer gains allies fellowship bonus temporary wounds, which is kind of meh, honestly. Complacency and a bunch of respect with the Drusians, and then we get 7. Oh, that actually is pretty good. If we do that, we get security and awareness. If we do this, we get security, awareness, but -1 complacency. I'm very tempted by this one. Security and efficiency, though, is pretty good too. I'll do this. Then so be it, Argenta. Shake the warp with a raffle sermon in honor of the Emperor. May the wicked cower in fear. The invited preachers, strict and stern, started to take shifts reciting a formidable litany about the inevitable victory of the Emperor into the Voxcaster. Their angry words flew straight into the Immaterium, reverberated in the ears of the spirits that inhabited it, unable to hide from the righteous diatribe. Whenever one of the preachers perished, another would take their place, and there was no shortage of volunteers. It's okay. And we got a new axe. Profit factor -1, but we got mechanism, weapon, plasteel. Why'd I get minus? It said something, but then popped out of the way, so I couldn't read it. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Just 1 second. Alright, we can do show excluded. Yeah, there we go. So we can get this, get better efficiency and weapons. Honestly, seems pretty good. That's the only thing we can do. Alright, we'll do this. Only the revered and marvelously equipped temples of the Adeptus Mechanicus earn the right to become chapels of enumeration. Underneath their majestic vaults, cyber theurges exercise devastation-wreaking digital rakshas, while data smiths awaken the spirits of the blessed cogitators with arithmetical liturgies and lex prayers. So we lose a plasteel and 3 mechanics, but we do get weapons. And is that 2 times weapons, or just we get 2 weapons? I'm gonna say times 2 weapons, which means we get +3. And we get efficiency, which is used for resources. Go ahead. I don't know when these resources are supposed to come in. It doesn't say, but it's whatever. We did get this though for this one, but it hasn't said anything else. It doesn't tell me what resources. I mean, this? Wait, it says at the top maybe? Because this seems to make people. See the one at the top? Okay, I think it makes 1 person each time. And Kiava Gamma, which makes sense because we did make it a gun place, right? No, it's not. Interesting. Well, for some reason this makes 3 weapons every time, it seems like. Okay. Don't know if we got anything new here or not. Well, we can get rid of that auger array. Which one was it? Yeah, this one's only 80 and 5, which is worse than this one, so I'll put it away. Add to cargo. We got 2 of these, which are the same. So I'll add 1 to cargo. And we got worse armor, so this can go to cargo. $80, but it doesn't give any special bonus, so that can go to the side. There you go. And no new features anyway. 85. You get better, but you have no ability. Um, 140. 85 and an ability, 77 and ability, 95 and ability. Yeah. Okay. And we do have this, so the new axe, which will be for Pascal. Hopefully this is better. It was this one. Special attack does bleed. This does more damage, has penetration, does more bleeding damage, has a brutal swipe and a sweep, does more damage against Xenos, and does the 15. Yeah, so this is just better overall. Take it. I mean, unless I get another tech priest, I don't see the point of having this because I can't put this on anyone else. I don't know. What was the other thing I did? I think I gave Argenta Meltas, and I also got the new weapon, so I'll look at these. Got, what was it called? The Ripper? No. Yeah, we got this. It's a one-shot Does a good amount of damage. Armor penetration up the roof. Does it replace the new lasgun? Thinking about it. Get the scrappy lasgun out of here. There's this assault lasgun. Does one more max. Better rate of fire with same amount of recoil. Dodge reduction. Same range. Same max ammo. Has a burst fire. And it has the every time it hits it gives a -1 deflection. So honestly better than what you have for this one. Alright, and then I know I just put on the no, it's an add-on, never mind. I was like, I got a skill that makes it so the bolters do more damage. You know, they hit on single shots, but I did just get this super melta, which looks sick. Okay, so if we're gonna replace that, can I replace your thing at all? I mean, no one else has a bolter, so it doesn't matter actually. Do you have anything better I can put on you? 30, 50, 20, and dodge. Honestly, seems a little better. 35, 50, 25. That's better. Mm, 50, 50, 40. I'll take that, yeah. So I have a 95% dodge rate. What's that 30 there? Is that a dodge reduction? Oh. I thought that was for me, but I guess it's for enemies. Interesting. Dodge, armor. Yeah. Seems pretty good. Okay. You got that on. Okay, I think we're good. Interesting. We got some new stuff. What about this one? The enemies of humanity. Are these chaos or Xenos? Or heretics?
I lift up my voice in prayer for this vessel and its hallowed guns.
We are vulnerable.
Like, they get an attack of opportunity on me, even though I knew they were in the sector before they knew I was, probably. That doesn't seem right. Alright.
Another salvo! Macro cannon, volley!
Okay, so I can still ram when I'm in the dark part.
This one's going down.
So I need to be right there to hit there, and that should hit there.
Annihilate them!
Oh, it's a torpedo.
Lay in the course. Fire right now! Macro cannon, volley!
And then I want to reinforce my back because everyone's going there, it seems like. Yep, good shot. Okay, good to know. Okay. Can I not blow them up? I guess I can just move them. I need to make wide turns.
Fire right now! Bleed them.
Reinforce the front.
Onward!
Yep. I can only get one target, and I'm thinking you guys. There you go. That just missed. No.
Lay in the course. Another salvo! Fire right goes! Locked! Set the course. This one goes down.
Oh, that counts? Okay.
Onward! Set the course. Fire the last batteries.
Detecting a vulnerability in the enemy's defenses.
Got one down.
Onward!
I'm just gonna do this and unload into this guy.
This one's going down.
I guess I one-shot him. Okay. And then I'm going to
Set the course.
do this and just reinforce my butt. And maybe shoot a torpedo. That'd work. Do it that way
Unleash
so I
our
can
vengeful sailboat.
do it easier. There you go. Boom.
I'll mention this triumph in my memoirs.
Five points on each side. I think that's what I have already, but we'll see. If so, I can just put that in cargo. Okay. The ocean world. Planetoid with plasteel on it. Meh. Mining world. By their arduous labor and unbreakable spirit to his faithful, servants fuel hundreds of imperial worlds. Their entire lives are an example of true service to humanity. Yeah, nothing on here though. And we got the warp gate. This is either Necron or Drukhari. Lord Captain, we are passing by a construct marked on the star charts as a dimensional gate. Our augurs are not showing any suspicious readings. The device is dormant, thanked the Emperor. What is this gate? An ancient Xeno artifact older than humanity itself. Judging by its design, this is a gate leading somewhere. Possibly straight into the wicked abyss of the warp, considering all the nasty shit that used to roam around here. Many captains, her third ladyship Theodora included, have tried to reveal its secrets, but it seems that no one could figure out how it works. Good for them, if you ask me. What was Theodora interested in? Her ladyship didn't exactly share her plans with us, always kept them close to her chest. But I'll go out on a limb and say she was searching for a way to open the gate and see what's on the other side. The Cognizance Fleet conducted its own analysis of this Xenos artifact. All records of the expeditions to the site were added to the exploration catalog. Nasty in what way exactly? I don't want to repeat the rumors, and I don't know the truth, but it was bad. There was word of ships and even whole trade convoys disappearing. Captains started avoiding the system until eventually the Lord Inquisitor came here and made short work of it. Hasn't been much in the way of rumors ever since. Actually, the Inquisition made sure Voidsmen kept their mouths shut. Whatever the gate used to spew out, it must have been profane and a danger to humanity. We live to serve. I wish to study it. Lord Captain, I would advise against approaching the gate. The Inquisition has declared the entire area around it off limits and packed it with mines. Our augurs won't be able to detect them. Fine. You can't just show that to me and not want me to go towards the big thing. That's cool. Okay. Another system down with a creepy, I'm gonna guess, Necron or Old One portal. Where do we want to go? We already went to Armanat. Armamama. One and then two. I mean, I guess we can do it. Lord Captain, Lady Arcelio was asking where she could find you. I sent her to your study. Again? This soon? Like, I get I'm exciting, but chill. Okay. Lord Captain, could you spare a moment to discuss a personal matter? I will admit I am intrigued. What is this personal matter? I am rather embarrassed to ask you about something like this, but last I was here I noticed a curious tome on the shelves of your personal library. A rather heavy-looking volume bound in a worn, gilded cover with the symbol of the Adeptus Ministorum on it. Martyrdom of Saint Visteria, I believe it was. Oh! She dropped her thing and Cassia takes a quiet breath of frustration, but it does not escape your notice that her ruby eyes are intently observing your reaction. Yeah, you're supposed to do this. Pick it up and bring it to your lips and return it to her. Thank you, Lord Captain. I believe I should return to my chambers now. But what about the book? She leaves. Okay, alright, we're gonna be like that. I was gonna ask about the book, but I didn't want that to, you know, be like, oh, you're not gonna pick it up for me? Blah, blah, blah. I read your book. I know what you were trying to make me do. I don't know, I just kind of like the Shire girls and the girls that don't need to be like, oh, you have to be with me because I'm hot and I think I'm all it. I like girls that are real. We can't do another? Okay. I thought we could maybe do another explore the theme of ours. What's it called? Pathways. Your Lordship, Master Harriman has succeeded in his escape and has arrived on board. He has almost completed the ritual of harmonization with the rest of the choir, which has given our voices greater strength and cohesion. We have made our preparations and are awaiting your arrival to start the ritual as soon as you give the order. Okay. A call for help has pierced the tranquility of an uneventful warp flight. Something sinister is afoot on one of the storage decks. 2 squads have already been sent to investigate, and both have gone missing. Alas, the only way to learn of their fate is a personal visit from the rogue trader and his retinue. Oh, here we go again. More demons? I swear if Lady Theodora thinks she can come back on my ship again.
Victory awaits!
What is dead should stay dead. Unless it benefits me, of course. Oh, that's a lot of dead people. Ah, we got Nurglings! Hey! Well, not Nurglings, but, you know, Nurgle demons. Plague bears. Only 2? Or are they just gonna keep popping out? Do you guys have anything special? I've never fought one of you before. Incoming toxic damage restores creature wounds, and whenever the creature suffers melee damage, it erupts with a poisonous pus, dealing 8 damage to all adjacent enemies. Or creatures, anyway. So I should not go melee, is what you're telling me. Which is what some of our people are built for, but I guess I'll go here to just get ready. Go here. Heinrichs, get ready to shoot from over here. And I can go here.
Already done.
Argenta's our best bet to kill demons. Let's do the rear for damage. Yes.
Not a problem for me.
Then we got backline for cover efficiency.
Nothing I can't do.
And then we got the front line, which I'll put here, I guess. Or not. Put it here, I guess.
Suits my purposes.
And then I think I'll leave this episode here. Next time we'll pick up and I'll see if I can deal with these plague barriers, and if maybe a great unclean one will pop out. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a nice day. Peace.